Just imagine, no electricity, no toilet, no AC, no TV, no phones, no potable water, no cars, nothing. Not to mention civil unrest / war, race war, and martial law. What will you do? How will you survive? Exactly. What will you do in a situation like that? And how would you survive in a situation like that? How would you survive in that environment? Right? How would you survive in that environment? All right? But this is a suggestion. All right? This is a suggestion. It says, I suggest that you get right with the Most High. Right? For your Hebrew Israelites, people of Negro, Native American, Indian descent, the Latino and Hispanics, right? This is what you better do. There's no other choice, right? It says, I suggest you get right with the Most High. For He is the only way out of the death, destruction, and chaos that's coming, right? You got to get right with the Lord, all right? Because He's the only way out of the destruction that's coming, all right? No matter what you do or how you prep, that's not going to get you out of what the Lord is bringing upon the earth. You could prep until your supplies reach up unto heaven. It's not going to stop what the Most High is going to bring upon the earth. It's going to touch you too. There's no escaping it. The only way to escape it, right, is to turn to the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Right? Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. All right? That's the only way out of this. Right? So this is what I suggest for my people, right? This is Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while He may be found. Call ye upon Him while He is near. That's what my people are supposed to do. Seek the Lord while He may be found, right? Before that evil day jump off, right? Before it actually jump off, you better seek Him while He may be found and call upon Him while He is near. Let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts, right? The wicked man is supposed to repent, right? And the unrighteous man his thoughts, right? Repent. That's what you're supposed to do. Repent. Understand? But our people, again, they don't want to walk in the ways of light. They rather darkness. Why? Because it's pleasure. You love the pleasures of the world, right? It's Saturday night, right? You have a club lined up. You want to hit the clubs, right? Right now it's just a warming up until when you leave here, you're going to go to the clubs, right? You're going to go party, meet a new girl, go sleep with her, right? Which is, you're going to commit adultery, because I'm pretty sure she has a man, right? That's all it's going to be, adultery, all right? But that's what y'all plan. Y'all are going to get high, so forth, so on, right? No way y'all want to leave that for the Lord. Understand? But that's going to come down on you. The judgment for it is going to come down on you, and you're going to get caught up in the destruction coming, all right? It says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him. Enter our power, for He will abundantly pardon, right? For the Most High will pardon you, right? Because the wickedness you're doing, right, in your ignorance, He wink at it, He overlook it, right? Now you repent from it and you don't meddle with that anymore. You ain't supposed to meddle with that stuff anymore, all right? Now let's get Isaiah the 30th chapter. Let's go from there to Isaiah the 30th chapter. Isaiah 30:12, it says, wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because He despised this word, right? The Most High people, they despise this word. They hate the Bible. But I guarantee on Sunday, tomorrow, y'all are going to be in the church, right? I'm reading the same Bible, the King James Version, but y'all hate it when it's coming out of my mouth. Or when your preacher read it, y'all are cool and fine with it. You see how crazy that is? All right? It says, wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because He despised this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stayed thereon, right? Our people, we despise the words of the Most High. We don't want to hear that, right? And we want to trust in the lies of society, right? You want to trust in the lies that your pastor is telling you, right? That the politicians are telling you, that the government is telling you, that the president is telling you. You want to trust in their lies. But when a servant of the Lord come out to you, you despise what he has to say. Understand? That's why y'all are going to get caught up in your folly. It says, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Right? Just think of New Orleans. Think of Katrina. Right? Well, they was probably partying that night, getting a high, committing adultery, doing all manner of wickedness, right? That levee broke and came upon them suddenly. This is saying the same thing. Right? While y'all are enjoying yourself right now, right? This levee is going to breach, right? And I'm figuratively speaking saying levee, right? Meaning the destruction is going to come upon you. Just as we read, right, in Luke the 17th chapter, as in the days of Noah, as in the days of Sodom, right? They were doing the same thing until what? The judgment came. The same thing going on right now. Y'all are doing the same exact thing, and guess what? Until the judgment comes. All right? It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach, ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking suddenly at an instant. And I use the Katrina incident for edification. Right? When that levee broke and that water came in, it destroyed them all. Right? Your wickedness is going to be the same way. It's piling up. Right? And it's going to overtake you and destroy you. Right? It says, and he shall break it as a breaking of potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sherd, meaning like a clay pot, to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. All right, so he said, when this one break, you will have nothing to even catch water with. Right, you would want to get water. You'll have nothing to catch water with. You'd want to carry fire. You'll have nothing to carry the fire on or carry the fire with. Kind of like a torch. You'll have nothing. All right? None of us don't want to be without. All right? It says. But why is the Lord doing this? Right? Why is the Most High doing this? Let's get Proverbs. Proverbs 1. Let's see why the Lord is doing this. This is Proverbs 1 and 24. This is why the Lord is doing it. Because I have called and ye refuse. Right? The Most High is calling out to y'all and y'all refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right? The Lord is stretching out his hands to his people and they disregard it. Right? But he have set at naught all my counsels and with none of my reproofs. Meaning, you ain't going to repent. You ain't going to acknowledge your evil deeds, your wicked ways, repent, and return to the God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? But ye have said at naught all my counsels, and with none of my reproof, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. The Most High is going to mock you, right? He's going to mock you. You understand? And how is he going to do it? We're going to do it. Why? Because when that judgment is passed, guess what? I'm going to be the one telling you, I told you so. I'm going to be the one saying, I told you so. And you know what? That's one thing people hate. People hate when somebody tells them something and they disregard it, and then whatever the person tell them happened, it happened, and that person said, I told you so. They hate that. They hate it. It's just like a parent would tell their child not to do certain things. And then when the child do it, it's kind of like a parent say, listen, don't touch the hot stove. The stove is hot, don't touch it. And the child is disobedient and he touches the stove anyway and he gets burned. Right? And the parent said, I told you so. They get mad at that. They get mad. But it's the same thing is going to happen here. Right? I'm telling you what's coming down the pipeline. America's destruction. Right? But y'all ain't going to believe it, right, until it happened. And I'm going to tell you, I told you so. right? The economy is going to collapse here. Your economy is going to collapse, all right? When the economy collapses, all hell is going to break loose, right? That's why the military is running drills, right? On what? And now to suppress civil unrest. They're running drills on how to suppress civil unrest and relocate people, right? They're running these drills right now as I speak. Understand what I'm saying? But y'all are not privy to that. Y'all don't care. Life as usual. Go on. Be the hamster on the wheel, right? Until the wheel stops.